Good evening, everybody, and welcome to yet another Wednesday night here on Southern Rounds. My name is Dave Kennedy, and I will be your host for the evening. We have an absolutely fantastic lineup for you all tonight. But real quickly, a little bit of housekeeping. Just about for anybody who's new, Southern Rounds was thought up by our good buddy Wyatt Durett, who's here in the house tonight, as an opportunity for us to bring the songwriter round, popularized here in Nashville, Tennessee, out to you all, and to where you live, to where you work, to where you play. And over the last year, we had a little bit of a wrench thrown in that idea. We were going to get out on the road and see you in person. Well, we decided we'd take that concept and put it here on the ones and zeros on a digital platform and bring it to you all every single week. So we're proud to be doing that here again tonight. Tonight for you all, we have Miss Clare Bowen, Brandon Robert Young, the aforementioned Wyatt Durett, and Levi Lowery, whose powers combined make them yesterday's wine. Good buddies of mine.
Hey, Dave, how are you?
I'm doing so good. So good to be here. I'm so glad we got four performers tonight. 4 performers means I have to do much less work, and that just is always... I didn't get into playing music because I like to work. So that being said, I would love for Brandon Robert Young to start us off here tonight with a tune, brother. I'd love to hear something from you.
I'd love to play something for you.
Works out well for us all then.
Wow. Well, it's a rainy night here in Nashville, so maybe we'll just play a song about rain.
Love it.
Soaked if I do, drenched if I don't, gray sky or blue, will or it won't, flood me with heartache, or rinse off the pain. Oh, ain't that the craziest thing about rain? Wash me right off the wagon, one sip from sober, make me feel young again, remind me I'm older. Set up the mood, or put out the flame. Oh, ain't that the craziest thing about rain? Drop or a downpour, a blessing, a curse. Can't tell the difference, for better or worse, when the skies open up and it's coming down hard on the roof. I shake my fist at the sky, take cover indoors. It's coming down sideways in the eye of the storm. It's good weather for dancing, 'cause tears never stain. Oh, ain't that the craziest thing? Oh, ain't that the craziest thing? Oh, ain't that the craziest thing about rain?
Nice.
I'll tell you what.
Damn your voice.
I know, right?
I was getting ready to say, man. I mean, a man with a tenor voice singing in 6/8. You and I are either supposed to be best friends or mortal enemies. I'm gonna choose. Kind of standing on my corner there. I'm gonna choose for us to be friends, though. I appreciate that. That was great.
Man,
That
you want to go do karate in the garage? Come on, we'll be best friends.
totally.
Can we just become best friends?
I got a sword signed by Randy Jackson, buddy. I promise you. I'm right there with you.
And we're
No,
there.
that was beautiful, man. That was beautiful.
Thank you, thank you.
Was that a maiden voyage?
That was the first time I played this song.
Good
so-
Lord.
Oh, and you're bringing out first time. Oh man,
pressure, man.
you really are standing on my corner now, buddy. I don't know. Kind of hate you a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. That was beautiful, man. I love that so much.
Thanks so much, man.
And a lady now who needs no introduction to anyone
Thank you.
around here for sure. Clare Bowen, I would love to hear anything that you would love to offer our audience here tonight, man.
Thanks, man. I'm going to go back a ways and sing something from my first album. It's about my childhood. I grew up in Australia, spent a lot of time in a children's hospital, and then way out in the Australian bush, not very well socialized. And part of school was going to the museum and the zoo where my grandpa worked, so it was a little bit different because I couldn't go to school because I was sick. And yeah, this is I just grew up different, not better or worse, just different. So we wrote this with Amy Wadge. For my debut album. This is Doors and Corridors. It's been a while.
Try not to screw it up.
Don't worry about it.
I'm saying I'll try not to screw it up.
Little red door on a pink house, 2 bedrooms and 4 walls. Modest, don't quite sum it up. Green lino on the floor, mom and dad hand in hand. And the tree I used to climb on the bluff of Stanwell Park, where the ocean meets the sky. Oh, I keep turning pages in my mind. I keep crossing paths and crossing lines, and I saw more than these doors and corridors. We go wandering with the dinosaurs, singing with the whales, high on daddy's shoulders. Grandpa tell us tales of whiskered faces, secret places where we could run and hide. We found a window to a world that wasn't my shape or my size. Oh, I keep turning pages in my mind. I keep crossing paths and crossing lines, and I saw more than these doors and corridors. If I could say the words, I couldn't. If I could change a thing, I wouldn't. All of these doors and corridors, they brought me right here.
That was pretty.
You're gorgeous, baby.
Little white room with a blue light, cold hands and paper cups. Snowflakes, hope in hell, they said. The only way is up. We said goodbye 1,000 times. See you on the other side. Between this world and the next, a shallow breath, a beating line. But I kept turning pages in my mind. I kept crossing paths and crossing lines, and I saw more than these doors and corridors. Ooh, if I could say the words, I couldn't. If I could change a thing, I wouldn't. All of these doors and corridors, got me right here. I could afford it, but I didn't. I played the hand that I was given. They left me wanting so much more, and I'm gonna find them all, I'm sure. Oh, I owe it all to these doors and corridors.
Yeah.
It didn't sound very rusty.
That was really
Yeah, I didn't catch no rust there.
Yeah,
That's
it didn't
good
sound
stuff.
too rusty to me either.
No.
That's good stuff.
Sounded
man. That
shiny.
was beautiful. That was beautiful. Y'all are getting all kinds of love from, let's see, from Siegel or Segal, Kim,
Oh,
Claire.
Segal. Hello.
Hello.
Segal's from Israel.
Alike?
Alike, she's from Holland.
Did I get that right? Oh, man.
Elike, yeah. It's a beautiful name, isn't
wow.
it? Elike.
It's a lovely name.
International
I think
affair.
we've got people from Wales and all over the
international
place.
affair.
Yeah, we've got folks tuning in, from the UK, from Netherlands, Australia, California, Pennsylvania, New York City, all over the place.
Goodness
here
me.
for Southern Rounds here on a Wednesday night.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, man.
And I think the only thing to do is to pass it on to my brother, Mr. Wyatt Durett. How are
Do it.
you, my
Salute.
friend?
Pig, pass. I'm doing great, man. It's just so good to hear music.
It is, isn't
Hear
it?
my friends sing music, and yeah. You know, me and this guy have been writing songs for about 15 years, and we decided to start a band called Yesterday's Wine because it's really hard to get a damn song on an album, so and we write a shit ton of them.
Tell me about it, buddy.
And so it's like we want people to hear them, and that's kind of why we started Southern Rounds too. Is like the world needs to hear these artists, and they need to hear the songs too.
Heard that.
But it's a song we wrote on that album. It's called Must Have Been an Angel. I wrote it with Jason Mraz. It's kind of about some mornings you wake up, don't know where your wallet is or your shoes are, how the hell you got home. Sometimes it's a person, sometimes it's a celestial thing, but it's called Must Have Been an Angel.
Yes, sir.
Lost in a bottle, swimming in women, making up a new definition of sinning. Got a little too good and some really bad living. I was running wild. I pushed it to the limit. Any way you spin it. There was whiskey in a well, hell, I'd probably jump in it. It's a beautiful thing when you come out grinning on the other side. Must have been an angel watching over me, pulling me out of the dark, bringing me redemption, setting me free. Seeing that my soul would never be so, seeing that my heart could never get broken. Must have been an angel watching, must have been an angel.
I'm caught in the days and chasing medication. It's tricky enough when you're smoking and a drinking, tricky when your mind's on a different station all the time. I used to call it a phase, but it ain't slowing down. I never had a doubt I'd ever make it out. I'm lucky to be alive. Must have been an angel watching over me, pulling me out of the dark, bringing me redemption, setting me free. Seeing that my soul would never be so, seeing that my heart can never get broken. Must have been an angel watching, must have been an angel. Whenever I'm falling, 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 I fall hard. But something keeps me from falling, 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 falling way too far. Must have been an angel watching over me, pulling me out of the dark, bringing me redemption, setting me free, seeing that my soul would never be sold, seeing that my heart could never get broken. Must have been an angel watching, must have been an angel, must have been an angel watching over me, pulling me out of the dark, bringing me redemption, setting me free, seeing that my soul would never be sold, seeing that my heart could never get broken. Must have been an angel watching, must have been an angel, seeing that my heart could never get broken. Must have been an angel. Well, maybe I should stop and thank the Lord for sending me an angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all. That was awesome.
I got to mute myself when y'all play those, man. I can't help but just sit here and
Singing along?
Oh, always. Whether y'all like it or not, I'm going to weasel my way into being a third member of Yesterday's Wine. I don't even want to write songs. I just want to sing high harmony.
Climb in the bottle, dude. You're in.
I'm in the bottle.
Oh, man. I've been there a time or two. I know the way. Oh, man. That's great. I love that song, man. Levi Lowery, one of my favorite people on the planet. The man with whom I wrote my favorite song of the last year.
Oh, man. Mine too, dude.
Do that
Yeah.
one.
Love that song.
Should we do it now since we're talking about it?
I think you should. I mean, I'm biased, but you know.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those.
Hey,
that
hey,
I
Levi, play that one I wrote with you. That's
No worries, dude.
That's a good host right there. Isn't
No, this is one of my favorite songs I've ever written, man. And
Oh man,
I'm glad that you were there to.
it
help
was
me through it,
special, man.
honestly.
It felt special that day to me, anyway. I love playing it too.
Yeah, absolutely. This one's from my dad. I lost him in
Yeah, it
August
is.
of last year. The apple looked up to the tree, said, "When you gonna let go of me? You've been hanging on for so long now. It's time for me to fall. It's time for me to fall." The tree looked down at the apple green, said, "A falling sun ain't all it seems. Well, it's a long way down and that ground is hard. Let me hold you for a while. Let me hold you for a while. 'Cause when the strong wind blows and the rain comes down, it's me who keeps you safe and sound. Let me plant one seed there in your heart. You can roll away, but don't roll far. Roll away, but don't roll far." The apple looked up to the tree so high, said, "I did not know I could not fly. Where am I supposed to go from here? There ain't no place left to fall, no place left to fall." The tree looked down at the apple red and told the apple boy, "Just use your head. The way to grow up strong and tall is right there in your heart. Well, it's right there in your heart."
Yeah.
'Cause when the strong wind blows and the rain comes down, it's me who keeps you safe and sound. Let me plant one seed there in your heart. You can roll away, but don't roll far. Roll away, but don't roll far. The apple looked down at the tree, said, "I ain't ready yet for you to leave." The tree looked up and said, "Can't you see? You got branches of your own. You got branches of your own. 'Cause when the strong wind blows and the rain comes down, it's me who keeps you safe and sound. Let me plant one seed there in your heart. You can roll away, but don't roll far. Roll away, but don't roll far. You can roll away, but don't roll far. Roll away, but don't roll far. The apple looked up to the tree, said, when you gonna let go of me?
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn you.
Well, it's been fun. Man, that's so beautiful.
Thank you, Dave, for writing that one with me,
Just
man.
sang the shit out of that, buddy. Oh, that was great. That was good stuff. But no, that was a special tune, man. I'll say that. Well, you could feel it. You could feel it even across the ones and zeros that day, man. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that, man. Thank you for playing that. I wasn't necessarily trying to get you to write it, but I wouldn't or sing it, but I wasn't exactly trying to get you not to either, you know.
No one's complaining.
I was exhausted. I didn't know what I was going to do anyway, so I appreciate the nudge.
Well, just so you know, there's been a request for Highway 20 ride later. If any of you guys are feeling froggy on that one, I'll just sit back here and cry when you do it. So.
Highway 49 ride.
The Highway 49 ride.
I've heard a lot of different versions of the name of that song. Yeah.
People come up to him and just say, "Man, that Highway 27
Highway
ride,
49.
That
3.
I'm like, all right.
Okay.
that Highway
long as you
75
listen.
is my favorite song."
Keep on listening. You can call it whatever you want.
Just so long as you call me, right? You call me whatever you want, just so long as you call me. I love it. Brandon, I'd love to hear another tune from you, my friend.
Brandon Robert Young. I had to do it. I had to do it once.
I love it. I hope that just kind of lives on. It lives on with Southern Rounds whenever we play together.
Forever.
Dude, the funniest thing about it, the first time we did it, it was the one take. And we both said it at the same time not on purpose. Like, we just both go, Brandon Robert Young! Like, and we're like, oh my.
It gives me great joy.
I don't know why it made me so happy.
When the spirit moves, it moves, you know?
It moves.
It's a beautiful thing.
Best thing we ever did.
That's it. We're done.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm
Brandon
going to
Robert
do...
Young.
It's all right. I'm going to throw another new one at the wall and see,
I'd love that.
See what happens. I was getting nervous playing new songs because I just, you don't know if where they're gonna land, you know. But
I feel like we're among friends.
we are.
Totally.
We're among
Yes,
friends.
we are.
And
Absolutely.
this is. I was in the studio in Los Angeles working on a song. I don't know what we were working on. Some sort of song, and we'd all been out drinking the night before, and my buddy Justin said, "You got to watch out because it gets late early in this town." And I was like, "That's a song, man. We got to write that." And so this song is, it's a lot about Nashville and a little about LA. So we'll see how it flies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's 2 pages of it?
I think it's okay.
Okay.
We'll see.
Thought I knew this place till I spent a little time with the locals. On the streets, blue and haunted saloons. Air is thick with desire and fear. Like the wind, the weak disappear. And I'm tired. No one admits that they're tired. Feels like running in place, changing shapes in the desert with ghosts of those who had to lay down. 'Cause it gets late early in this town. Angels and devils on every corner, and stars and tears in each eye. Sun goes down and the air gets colder. I laugh so I don't cry. There's always more pain left to kill. Bitter pill, I'll take another round. 'Cause it gets late early in this town. Souls in the cracks of the sidewalk, Hearts made of glass on the ground. Everyone's looking for something somewhere. Too little love to go around. Feels like running in place, changing shapes in the desert with ghosts of those who had to lay down. 'Cause it gets late early in this town. Angels and devils on every shoulder, and stars and tears in each eye. Heartbreak can turn any good heart colder. I laugh so I don't cry. There's always more pain left to kill. Bitter pill, I'll take another round. 'Cause it gets late early in this town. Angels and devils on every shoulder, and stars and tears in each eye. Heartbreak can turn any good heart colder. I laugh so I don't cry. There's always more pain left to kill. Bitter pill, I'll take another round. 'Cause Chris probably thought of me when he wrote Sunday Morning Coming Down. 'Cause it gets late early, gets late early, gets late early in this town.
Yeah, dude.
Man.
Yeah, that reminds me of some of those nights I've watched the sun come up, for sure.
Good,
In
man.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Had a
It can
couple.
happen to you real fast.
It can.
I love it.
No,
I
that's
wasn't
great,
sure which
man.
lyric you were going to go with, and I was like, I'm just going to.
I'll be honest, I wasn't sure which lyric I was going to go with.
I love that.
Man, that's, it seems to me, and you can feel free to disagree with this, but there is something intimidating about playing a song the first time. But what's nice about a song is, it's 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes or so, and if it stinks, it's kind of out the door. You don't ever have to think about it again. But if it's really, really
Yeah.
good, it
Yeah.
can really last forever, man. And that's a hell of a song. I dig the shit out of that.
That's a good word, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'd love to know, man, just
There's
because
always more
we don't
pain
really
left
know
to
each
kill.
other very
Right,
well.
right,
This is the
right.
first time we've met. Like, who are? I'm always interested, not just like in who you are, but like, what are you into? Who are some of your influences? Who are some of the people you feel like have inspired you in your work as a songwriter, as a musician, as a singer, all that?
I would say as just a kind of musician, like if there's one guy who is
Sure.
my guy, I think Johnny Cash is my musical hero. I think I don't have a Johnny Cash type voice, so growing up I
Same.
gravitated towards like I loved Robert Plant and
Totally.
Jeff Buckley and Chris Cornell and like some of those guys that could just blaze. So but then I also loved like the crooners, Sinatra and Harry Connick Jr. and Dean Martin and those guys. So I don't know. I guess that's the best answer I can give you. It's from a songwriting perspective, it's crazy. Like, I feel like I'm completely not current with what's going on in the real world right
Sure.
now because there's so much amazing music. The further you go back, it's
Yeah.
just like, it's like this beautiful bottomless well, and that's kind of where you can just keep digging in and learning more from people who are way better than you are.
It's fantastic, man. Well, I'm enjoying the hell out of listening to you, man. I'm liking the songs, and obviously you've got a fantastic voice. So can't wait to hear what you got on deck for us here in a few songs. But in the
man.
meantime, to the lovely lady next to you here,
My
Miss
beautiful
Clare
bride.
Bowen. Exactly. What would I would love for you to grace us with another tune here, ma'am.
You want to do that one
Love
we
this
wrote?
ring, by the way.
Oh, thanks, bro. It's from Tibet. I did not go there to get it. Someone gave it to me.
Was it free?
Yeah, it was.
Sorry.
That was fun.
I wish it was free.
Well done, Levi.
That was really terrible. You're a bad man.
I know. I'm sorry.
I told you dry. It's dry.
Oh my goodness, I enjoyed it.
First thing that popped in my head.
Which one would you want to do, Debbie?
It's what's the one that we wrote for? One of the ones we wrote for Nashville.
Yep.
What's it called? This is a good start.
For those of you out there living under a rock, when we say wrote for Nashville,
Oh, sorry.
are we talking about
That television show that happened and changed my whole life.
No, go ahead and talk
Yeah,
about
that
it, girlfriend. If it was me, I'd be shouting from the rooftop. That's a fantastic thing, and we're so excited that you're here and proud
Thanks, man.
to be a part of your journey here on a Wednesday night.
Thank you. Well, it was a pretty amazing experience. It brought me all the way from Australia to Nashville, Tennessee, and this is the first American city I've ever lived in. And I found the love of my life here. I found wonderful friends here. I had all of these adventures, and the show ended, and it was like 6 years of my life. So that's like, for you guys, that's high school and middle school. Is that like?
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Close.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
I mean, like,
Pretty much,
we just
yeah.
do high school. You get thrown in the deep end. There's no middle. It's just like and it was just wild. It was like I grew up kind of on television, and I came out here as a very nervous, wide-eyed. I'm still socially awkward, so that hasn't changed. But just, I don't know, made all these wonderful friends and learnt all this stuff, and was trained for opera, so never thought that being in, like, standing in front of a band or in a writer's round was a possibility for me. But it's the best fun ever. So I feel like even though the show ended, it's I got to keep all of the best parts. So I'm just really grateful for the experience. And now this is home, and I have you, and I'm good. Oh, and the song's
I'm a
called
lucky one.
It's called When You Came Along.
When you came along, yeah.
Yeah, we always forget the intro.
And I'm gonna do my best to remember the lyrics and not screw it up.
Oh, don't worry about it. We wrote this with Jake Etheridge, who played opposite me on the show. Brandon actually ended up on the television show as well. The producers called, and they were like, "So, we've got an idea for you." And like for the very end of 6 years of like high drama, I was like, "Oh God, what are you going to do to me now?" And they said, "Well, we'd really love it. You know, Scarlett, it was my character's name, has, you know, she's been through all this stuff, and she's found herself again, and she's back in front of audiences and singing again and doing, like, her dreams have come true. So we just thought, like, what if she's out on the road with her family, and she just happens to have fallen in love with a man in her band whose name happens to be Brandon." And I laughed myself silly, and they said, "Do you think he'd do it?" Because Brandon always played live with us when we toured, and all over the world. And I said, "Well, I'll ask him," and he said yes. So he was Scarlett's forever person as well as mine.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's really nice. So we wrote this it was like one of the very last episodes of the show.
That's what you call getting into character right there.
Yeah,
Right?
I know, she's still in there.
Method acting.
She's lurking just below the surface.
Art
You said
imitating
lurking
life,
country like
imitating
Scarlett
love.
would too.
She sounds like a chipmunk with something stuck in her teeth. Like squeaky. Excuse me. Do you remember how it goes?
I think so. We'll see how we go.
For you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different.
Ah, you're right. You're
It's
right.
different.
Hold on. We're gonna figure this out.
For you,
Hey, you guys take your time.
Deep dark wood.
Before
You, I was lost in the deep dark wood. Before you, I was lost. Somehow you found me when no one could. You held me till the hurt was gone. You came along in the nick of time, like a board in a storm, like one star in the sky. And everything changed, my world spun on when you came along. You made love simple in the chaos of it all, in little ways. Yeah, you danced me down the You came along in the nick of time, like a boat in a storm, like one star in the sky. And everything changed, my world spun on. When you came along, when you came along. We made it.
Yeah, you
Oh,
got
that was
right.
lovely. That was great.
Thanks.
That was absolutely fantastic. All right, now if you've played that, you've got to tell us a little bit about the real love story.
Oh gosh, where do we start?
I mean, I'm just going to get personal here. We're going to dig deep tonight.
That's all right. I've forgotten how to be in public, so I don't know what boundaries are anymore.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Like, Claire, pants now. Sorry. It's very bad. We met oh, that's right. We met backstage at the Bridgestone for the very first time. Because I was supposed to be singing a duet and somebody pulled out, and then my team were like, don't worry, we've got this guy, and he sings really high. That rhymes. And he'll fill in. And so Brandon learnt one of the biggest songs from the television show, because I had to sing stuff from that and my own music. Because people were like, who are you? And you sound funny. And so Brandon... Yeah, so 20 minutes before a set in front of like 17,000 people, it was very stressful. Especially for you, because you learnt it in just a couple hours. Came and sang the biggest song from the show that they'd had like all over CMA week and stuff. It was nuts. And you just absolutely crushed it. You walked into my dressing room and he was so lovely. Like I wanted to be his friend immediately. Like, that guy's he's so nice and he's so professional. And yeah, and he sang the song right to me. I was like, are you an actor? Because this is weird. But it's just because he's real. And we sang, and then you walked off the stage, got on a tour bus with John Hyatt, because you were working with him, and we didn't see one another for like 3 months. And then we kept in touch, and then we were writing, I think it was 3 months, I don't know. We wrote our first song, and I tried very hard not to fall in love with him like there and then. And then we tried to stay away from one another because we were supposed to be working together, and we failed miserably, but it worked out in the end. Yep.
That's awesome.
That's
I
the
love it.
Cliff Notes
I did
version.
not know that story. That's how it happened.
I love that. That's fantastic. What a great story. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for pulling back the curtain for us a little bit there. I appreciate that. Hey, just so you guys know, there's no pressure about this either. But Bethany K has asked Claire and Brandon if you guys would be willing to play Human Being tonight. So it's totally up to you. But just know that is out there on the table. So evidently we've got the audio out in the studio right now, so we are going to pivot a little bit, which means that you guys have to listen to me now. That's the way that's going to go, so I keep this guitar here just for such an occasion. We're going to see how it sounds. What do you guys think? Let's see. Let's play this. This is an old song of mine. I wrote it years ago for a band that I played with in Knoxville, and we cut it on our second album and made it the title track. And I've played it a lot lately because it feels like the world's starting to turn again and the morning might be coming back around. I'm gonna wake up when the morning comes around and comb my hair and wipe my eyes. Kiss your lips again before I leave this town and try not to taste a bad goodbye. Stomp on my boots again when the morning comes around. Turn the key and start my truck. Put that pedal and them windows down before these wheels and I get stuck. I could say I'm sorry and tell you how hard I tried, but all that would leave you, darling, is one more lie. Clear my head again when the morning comes around. Roll my last cigarette. Turn that bottle up and let your memory drown. Just wondering why I don't miss you yet. I can say I'm sorry, tell you how hard I tried, Lord, but all that would leave you, darling, is one more lie. Oh, yeah. Sun's gonna come up when the morning comes around. Colors painted across the sky. I know one day I'll have to stop my running around just to lay my head down and die. Oh, I could say I'm sorry, tell you how hard I tried, Lord, but all that would leave you, darling, is one more lie. Thank you for indulging me. I think we have the studio back. How you guys doing over there?
Dude, that was awesome.
What a song.
Jesus.
Wow.
Thank you for saving us, and screw you for making me follow it.
Oh man, that's just. I had this silly capo on over here, and I was like, "Shit, I don't know even the right key to play anything." So I guess we'll play that one.
Man,
That's an old song.
That's a great song,
That's
too.
an
Thanks,
old
buddy.
Grand.
I didn't know
Thank
if it was a
you,
new one or an old one. I hadn't heard it.
Well, that's just one. You know, it's just one of them there in the middle somewhere.
That's a great song, dude.
All right, enough about
Yeah,
that.
man.
Enough of that bullshit, Mr. Wyatt Durett. What do you have for us, my friend?
I'm going to play a new one, man. A song I wrote with Chris Galbuta
Love
that does this studio with Greg. I want to say thank you to Greg and Graham in this studio for taking such good care of us. And yeah, they really do. And this song, you know, it's weird. Sometimes they come out in 10 years and sometimes they come out in 30 minutes. And this one did. It came out in like 45 minutes. He told me the title, and it was called My Whole Life for You.
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough to have waited a little while to find the one I wanted and loved. And so it just kind of came out. But I really love this song. It's one of my favorite songs I've ever written, to tell you the truth. Still don't know why the hell it hasn't gotten cut, but we'll see.
Well, cut it, son.
Oh, we're going to cut it. Watching you get ready, from the look you gave me, think it's safe to say it's gonna be a while. We're running late, sometimes I get impatient. Rushing you's the last thing on my mind, especially when you wreck me with that smile. Take your time, no need to hurry, baby, I don't mind. The world can wait, it's gonna be alright, long as I got you by my side. Think about it,
Takes a million years to move a mountain. So tell me what's another minute or two? I only waited my whole life for you. Made it to the party, people all around me, but the only one I wanna see is you. It's almost time to go, standing by the doorway, but I'm watching you still lighting up the room. Just doing what you do. So take your time, no need to hurry, baby, I don't mind. The world can wait, it's gonna be alright. Long as I got you by my side. Think about it. Takes a million years to move a mountain. So tell me what's another minute or two? I only waited my whole life for you. What are the chances of finding a diamond? You know I won't take it for granted, 'cause we got forever to go. So take your time, no need to hurry, baby, I don't mind. The world can wait, it's gonna be alright. Long as I got you by my side. Think about it. Takes a million years to move a mountain. So tell me what's another minute or two? I only waited my whole life. You make it worth it like you always do. I only waited my whole life for you. My whole life for you. My whole life for you.
So beautiful.
Brother,
Thanks, man.
now you've had more major cuts than I've had birthdays, and I ain't young. But I'm just telling you right now, I'd rather hear you sing your songs than anybody. I'm just that's just the way that I am, man. There's something about I can feel it just means more for whatever reason. It probably part of that's because I know you so well and I consider you such a close friend. But man, I love
Back
hearing
at
you
you, brother.
sing them tunes, man. Just it makes
Thank
me
you.
real doggone happy.
Thank you.
Speaking of people who make me real doggone happy, Mr. Levi Lowery is, if not at the top of the list, certainly on the Mount Rushmore people that just make me happy just by walking into the room.
Oh, man. Thank you.
Hey, I'm telling you.
You made it on the mountain.
I've never been on a mountain.
You made it on the mountain, bud.
I mean, I've been on a mountain. I've just never been on a mountain. You know what I mean?
I was going to say, you down in Georgia. I know you've been on a mountain before.
I have. I've been on. Well, we probably shouldn't talk about that on here.
I don't even know what you're going to play, but I'm excited about it already.
I'm gonna do another Yesterday's Wine tune.
Yeah.
What you got?
This is one that we wrote with Christian Bush in a hotel room in Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
He had a poem that he had started, I guess, years ago, and we got to finish it with him. We were writing for his band called Dark Water, and this was going to be on their record. But a couple days after we left, Wyatt called him up and said, "We're going to take that song for ourselves." So we took it.
I did. We wrote 2 songs that day, and like I called him. I was like, "We need to have that."
Yeah. So
He was nice enough to give it to us.
He gave it to us
and produced it for us.
He did. So he had the last laugh because we paid him to produce it as well. So,
Right.
but it's one of my favorite songs on that record for sure. So, I do is count the ceiling. Tried to give this rusted heart away, but even thieves won't steal it. And outside the silver lining of this hotel, neon shining, brings a different kind of dying. It's keeping me awake.
So grant me a little more time, a strong wind to take me home again. Mama, hold me tight, and the box I keep my darkness in. The lake is wide awake as the moon drives like a fist. If the devil's in the give and take, he can take me just like this.
I have dug a shallow grave. I've been Cain when I was Abel. And I have taken perfect love and left it on the table. For all my sins and crimes, redemption will never find. I'm asking just one time, will you forgive me?
Please grant me a little more time, a strong wind to take me home again. Mama, hold me tight, and the box I keep my darkness in. The lake is wide awake as the moon drives like a fist. If the devil's in the give and take, he can take me just like this.
Please grant me a little more time, a strong wind to take me home again.
Mama, hold me tight, in the box I keep my darkness in. The lake is wide awake as the moon drives like a fist. If the devil's in the give and take, he can take me just like this. If the devil's in the give and take, he can take me just like this.
Man, I love that one, man.
Your voice is like, it's a given that they sound really good together.
Yeah,
Your
don't
voices
they?
are like these two characters that egg one another on. They're so unique and they're so different.
Thank you very
It's
much.
so cool. It's like, it's a really magical thing. It doesn't, people are always so focused on the blending of it that they forget that there are these two separate entities that voices become and embody, and the different emotions that they bring. It's like nerdy actor stuff.
The texture
but
that they have.
yeah, it's so
they're
beautiful.
No, it really
Totally
is.
agree.
Like,
That's so good.
it's never been something I'm comfortable with, like singing in front of people and stuff like that, but he makes it really fucking easy.
Sounds grand. You've always had a wild voice, like, but it's really lovely that you have like that support. Like, it's just so good.
I appreciate
Totally
it.
agree.
Thank you very much.
There's an old boy that from time to time starts letting opening up my box of darkness and letting him out. I'm gonna catch that son of a bitch one day though. Trying real hard.
I had somebody come up to me probably about 2 weeks ago. I can't remember. I played a show somewhere, and they're like, "Man, my favorite Yesterday's Wine song is Box of Darkness, but I have no idea what the hell it's about." I was like, "Man, I really don't either, but I appreciate you saying so."
Yeah, for me, it's just about redemption, forgiving yourself, forgiving others. Is kind of what I gather from it a little bit.
For me, it's about a guy. I think it's about a guy in a hotel room that killed somebody at some point, and he did a few other bad
Everybody
things.
has to die in all your songs.
Specific.
Well, somebody definitely died in that song.
That is specific.
Yeah, I think that's what it's about. It's a guy in a hotel room that killed somebody at one point in his life, and it's all just kind of catching up to him.
Man, it sounds like you know.
So
Exactly
the
what
hotel
that
room
song's
is the
about.
box of darkness?
No, the box of darkness is the soul.
Okay.
It's jolly.
Enough
You
of
heard it here first, folks.
It's jolly.
You heard it here,
That's
folks.
jolly.
First.
I thought that was the bullet. I was like, no, Levi, no.
Just hitting the whiskey.
Oh boy, here we go.
To get real.
Pull up.
Oh me.
We're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's good. We're good.
Congratulations.
Brandon Robert Young, you and Miss
Brandon
Clare
Robert
Bowen, you all have some news to announce. You all just released something yesterday. I want you to tell us
Yes.
all about it, please.
We did. We
Didn't know what that was for a second. I was like,
Did you hear that?
Starship Enterprise taking off.
My bad.
It's
that was hilarious.
I'm just trying to get comfortable here, man.
Yeah, I respect it.
cool. That was amazing.
You can act like as a fog machine too. if you want
Lord
to.
Vader
Well,
just entered the room.
right.
Yeah, I can do more if we need it. I mean,
Please, yes.
sorry, what did you guys release?
Well, totally interrupting you. Very sorry.
No, it's fine. It was really funny. Didn't know what was going
we
on.
released 3 pieces of art yesterday.
It's digital art.
Digital art as
Yeah.
NFTs. Part of a series called the Morning Coffee series. And during the lockdown over the past 14 months, Claire and I fell into our various routines. And, up until that point, it felt like our routine was packing a bag, getting on a plane, going and,
Apologizing to the animals for leaving
apologizing to the dog and the cat for leaving, and and then get home and unpack that bag, and like that was normal life. And so this was the longest stretch of time that we had been at home. And so every morning we would get up and grind some fresh beans and make a French press. And we've kind of taken to collecting antique coffee mugs, specifically like Milk Glass Fire King coffee mugs.
Okay.
And so we would have coffee together every morning. And some mornings that might be 7 a.m. and some mornings that might be 11. It just depended. But one morning, Claire had finished her cup, and before she tipped it back down, I was like, look at that. There's an image in the bottom of your cup. And it's beautiful. And, she said, well, what do you see? And I was like, maybe I saw this or that. And she said, I kind of see this. And I said, well, we should take a picture of it. So we took a picture of it, and that kind of became a thing that we did over the course of like 14 months, where coffee every morning, and some mornings a little image would appear at the bottom of the cup in the grounds, and some mornings there would be nothing. But when there was something that struck us, we took a picture of it. So yesterday we rolled out 3 pieces of art, digital art, called the Morning Coffee series, and it's 3 of our favorite images that appeared at the bottom of a antique coffee mug. And
That's cool.
it's kind of random and abstract, but we had a blast just wondering what was going to appear every morning, and it was always cool when we would see something,
I love that. That's
we
fantastic.
partnered with this lovely company called Sweet, who asked us if we'd like to make something digital, and we had all of these images, and it was nice that it was something that meant something to us. And a lot of people ask, and I'm still learning all of this, so this is like the most dumbed down version of an
Good.
explanation that
That's what I need.
come up with. But an NFT, it's a non-fungible token. People always ask, so what is that? It's basically like a digital baseball card. And everybody who knows lots about NFTs is going, no, it's not, it's totally wrong. But I don't care. That's basically what it is. Look at it. It's like you can find it at the link in my bio on Instagram and Brandon's as well. And it's just these, I don't know, it's a brand new thing, and with being dragged kicking and screaming into the 21st century, we're a part of things, and it's terrifying. But it turned out really lovely, and it was a really Sweet was a beautiful company to work with, and it's just fun.
That's fantastic. Hey, fun is a good thing. So again, link in the bio for both of your Instagrams if somebody wants to come check that out.
The Morning Coffee series.
Yeah,
That's
thanks
the
so
Morning
much for,
Coffee series.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks so
Thank
much
you.
for bringing that up, man.
Oh, that's
Appreciate
great.
that.
Oh, fantastic. I'm going to check it out.
Oh, thanks, bro.
It'll mean more if you like coffee, but if you don't,
Love coffee.
might
And
be
we French press fresh beans every morning in this house, so I'm right there with you.
perfect. Well, if it's okay, Bethany asked for
It
a
is.
song called.
I don't even know what it was, but it is.
It's
It is
called
okay.
"Being Human," and it's all right.
More
Claire
than
and I-
all right, brother.
Claire and I are going to play this one. It's a song I wrote in a hotel room in Melbourne, Australia, while Claire was on set filming a series.
Yeah, that
And,
title couldn't mean more today.
Man,
Yeah.
Right.
I came back to the hotel room. He's like, I did a thing. And I was like, yeah, you did.
hope you like it.
I'll try not to mess it up. Sorry.
I make mistakes, I trip and fall. I hate, I hurt the ones I love most of all. I'm flesh and blood, dust and bone. I hate I built this house on sand instead of stone. Forgive me, forgive me. Lord knows I know not what I'm doing. I'm just another human being. Being human. I've broken hearts, changed my address. I must admit I sin more often than confess. I roll the dice and I tempt fate. I do the reckless things I shouldn't till I break. Forgive me, forgive me. All I gained ain't worth what I'm losing. I'm just another human being. Being human. My heart beats same as yours, and tears roll down my face. All I am was always yours. I'm here till I don't wake. Here till I don't wake. I'm flesh and blood and broken bones. I don't believe them when they say we die alone. And I've said things I didn't mean. Please help me wash these worn out hands until they're clean. Forgive me, forgive me. God knows I know not what I'm doing. Just another human being. Just another human being. I'm just another human being. Being human. Being human. Being human. Ooh.
Shit.
He did a thing.
So,
Wow, man.
Good night, everybody.
That's awesome.
yeah, right? So I have not yet until tonight had been fortunate enough to meet Brandon or Claire, and I'm grateful that I have now. So, but I'm a pretty tough audience. Like I'm a pretty tough audience, and not knowing you guys and hearing everybody speak well about you, that you had my curiosity. Now you have my attention, brother. That's a strong song. That's good stuff right there.
Yeah, man.
Thanks so much.
That's
man.
real
It means
good
a lot.
stuff.
Oh, we appreciate you. You're fantastic, man.
Did you record that?
If you didn't,
We're-
I'm going to.
We did a demo of it, and we're
We've finally figured out the
thinking of-
right
thinking
format.
We're
Okay.
thinking Claire starts it, and we've been dancing around different arrangements of the song and trying to figure out exactly where it lives. And I think I love Claire starting it and
Thanks, baby.
getting to kind of come together.
Yeah.
Second verse and
I love that.
right
Yeah,
off.
that arrangement was.
That was lovely.
oh,
was
thanks.
really good,
So so hopefully one day
We're
soon
recording
we
it.
get to record.
We're recording it.
Yeah, you definitely should.
I love that. That's a long
Whether
way
you
of
like it or
saying.
not, Brandon. Yeah.
Well, that's a long way of saying, yeah, that's what we're doing. This is the thing that we're doing.
Yeah.
Just, No, that's great. That's fantastic. That's
Thank you.
fantastic. Claire, we did have somebody, Seagull?
Seagull, yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Requested if you would sing some opera. Now, that's up to you.
Oh,
I'm
my
going to leave that to you.
I've never even heard
I'm just saying. You don't have to do that, but I'm just saying.
I can play. Yeah, I can.
It has
yeah.
been put.
That's exactly
That's
what
it.
it sounds like.
You said, I thought he said opera.
No, you can
I thought
think
you said
about
Opry.
You can
Cradle to
exactly.
Opry.
You can even
Right.
think about it. You don't have to, but I'm just saying that was thrown out there, and I would be remiss. I would be a terrible host if I didn't pass along that information to you and let you do with it what you will.
It's a very different thing to be warmed up for, but I've
Totally.
never. Hang on.
Oh no, I'm so great. I'm so glad this is going to happen.
That's what song you used to do with Matt Rawlings and Soundcheck.
Oh, that's jazz. That's
See,
There was a
that's what I
boy, a very strange, enchanted boy. It's different, but it's fun. They say he wandered very far, very far. It's not opera though.
It sounds like we're going to have a Southern Rounds week where we just give you different genres of music and let you go. I'm totally into that.
Not.
Just sing every seat in a different
Right,
genre.
Right?
This is jazz. This is not.
Oh, hang on. There's a hymn. Bloody hell. I'm shaking because I'm terrified
That's the
of
best way to introduce a hymn right
hymn,
there. That's
yeah.
fantastic.
This is an old sacred number. Fuck me. What are the words?
Jesu, 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 qui tollis recata mundi, dona is requiem, dona is requiem, Agnus Dei, Agnus Dei, Agnus Dei, Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi, dona is requiem. Hey, dona is requiem, sempiternam, sempiternam, requiem. Sorry.
Girl, if we would have been at the same time, I was gonna sing it with you. Don't you
yeah, I
Andrew
heard you.
Lloyd Webber me, girlfriend.
I'm sorry.
I'm with
You
you.
know it is.
Oh, yeah.
I know all about
Oh,
that
my
stuff. I
goodness.
sang that in the chat. Matter of fact, I sang that in the Chattanooga Boys Choir, and we toured in Australia summer
Dude.
after 8th grade.
That's badass.
Yeah, I was with you.
Oh, yeah, I heard you. It was,
That's
yeah.
cool.
It was in time too, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, was
done
it?
it.
Well,
Yeah,
we
it
should've
was.
done it then.
Well, you get hit if
yeah.
you're not in time for that one. So
Exactly.
Guys, I gotta be
learned
honest.
behavior right there.
I'm
Roll
married to Claire, and I've never heard her do that.
I didn't even know you did that.
Oh, it's I try not to most of the time.
No, that's
but
a,
it's
that's
a totally
Try more.
That was always one of my favorites that we sang. I sang that as a kid, and that's a beautiful song. It's an absolutely lovely song. I know that it was in a musical called Requiem that Andrew Lloyd Webber
Yeah.
back in the day.
Gosh, that's like
We got a lot to talk about someday.
20 years. Yeah, man.
Just
No,
friends.
y'all need to write.
We have the same
Y'all three need
scars.
to write.
Right?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Do some stuff and things.
You got the same scars, the same classical scars. I'm with you, girl.
Oh boy.
Now, just sing us something rowdy as hell is what I
Oh
need.
shit, I don't have.
No, I'm just kidding. Sing whatever you want to sing because
got one
everything you've
about-
done is fantastic.
I've got one about. Can we do damaged goods, or is that scary?
The world.
Speaking of
Give it
scars,
the world. And
You
I'll
sure?
try my best.
if you don't,
It's new. Let's do
It's
all.
brand-
We're
all
doing
right.
all new ones. Let's do it.
all right.
I love it.
So, Dave, time-wise, probably one more time around, right?
I think so. I
that
think
right?
what we may do if you guys are okay with it is have yesterday's wine do one more and then just do Brandon and Claire one more time. Do like a halvesy and end there. How do you feel about that?
Whatever you think.
Feels great.
Does that work?
Sure.
Yeah,
Time wise, I think that's fantastic.
Let's let them take us home.
Take us home.
Oh boy. So this is a maiden voyage. It's called Damaged Goods. We wrote it with our friend Ben Danaher, who sings it in a totally different key and time signature, and Brandon's learnt it for me, and I'm sorry, but you're lovely. It was funny though, we kind of rediscovered this song yesterday, and I put this post up on Instagram that was it was me with one of our rescued sugar gliders. We call them possums in Australia. And it had like escaped and gone halfway down my pants, and I'd snapped a photo of it. But in the photograph, like it was supposed to, like the possum is grinning, like it's definitely grinning. So it was about that, which fine. Thank you. I'm like trying to, congratulations. That's got to be a new album title. It's really bad when you write a song and someone goes congratulations. Anyway, the post was about the possum, but I was looking at the thing, and I've got a bunch of like surgical scars on my body, and you could see one of the biggest ones in the photo, and I was like, oh, okay, scar appreciation thing, great, And I ended up getting all of these stories from people about it. Was totally it's part of me, and I love it, and there's a lot of them that I don't show people, but I'm not ashamed of them. They're just part of me, and I think that scars, because sometimes they're not always things that you can see with your eyes. They're not always physical.
Totally.
But they're things that they make us who we are. They don't define us. I think if you can get to a place where you can love on them, even if the memory is hard, and congratulate yourself for getting through, know you're still here, and just know what you've survived. I think that, I don't know, they got to mean something, and if they're going to mean something, then I'd rather it be that. So this is Damaged Goods, and it's
Beautifully
not.
said.
Thank you. It's happy scars, I guess. That doesn't make sense. Anyway,
Makes perfect sense to me, girl. I love it.
I'll try not to forget the words.
Just come in whenever you want.
Thanks.
I am not the same anymore. You barely see who I was before. You can't lose every battle and expect to win the war. So I am not the same anymore. I spent half my life trying to soak this stain, when I know damn well it'll never go away. But if it wasn't there, would you even know my name? But I spent half my life trying to soak this stain. Here I am, broken and shattered, lost in every way that matters. I took my bumps and bruises best I could. You can call me damaged goods. Show me someone who has never felt pain. Anyone who's drawn a breath has probably felt ashamed. And we've all been that shiny thing that someone else has thrown away. So go on, show me someone who's never felt pain. Here I am, broken and battered, lost in every way that matters. I took my bumps and bruises best I could. You can call me damaged goods, or call me a failure, a little past my prime, or go on, call me weak, 'cause I couldn't grieve on time. I took my bumps and bruises best I could. If I had to do it all again, you can bet I would. You can call me damaged goods. Go on, call me damaged goods.
Man.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
Hey, no worries. Anybody out there with scars of any kind, you're lovely, you're beautiful, you're loved, you're not alone.
Yeah, man.
Kind of feel like anybody out there without any scars, you just ain't been living hard enough, right?
Amen.
In case, well, guys, we're gonna do one more round, and we're gonna start it right here. I think is what we're gonna do. So that we'll finish back up on Clare. So everybody do one more song. I want to just real quickly to our audience out there. First off, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in every week. Those of you who are regulars, those of you who aren't, we hope that you'll show back up next week. We have a great lineup next week also. Paul Overstreet, my co-host Kevin Mack and Jacob Lyda, they're all going to be on here next week, and so that's going to be a fantastic show as well. So please tune in with us next week and every other week after that as well. And I'm going to get out of the way and let these guys finish us out here, starting with my good pal, Mr. Wyatt Durett.
So are we doing one together or one each?
You guys do, yeah. You could do one each, do one together. Your choice.
Okay.
I think we're going to end on Clare. That's as far as I've gotten.
Close.
And you definitely got to need to play Rockin' Chair because
We
these
gotta
guys
play
just
Rockin'
put
Chair.
out a new
We
record.
have to.
Oh, yeah.
Or a new song called Rockin' Chair, and you guys all need to check it out.
So
It's a
good.
fantastic, beautiful song.
Go and get it.
So speaking of scars,
Hold on really quick. Clear that line, call me weak because I couldn't grieve on time. Is one of my favorite things I've ever
yeah,
heard.
that punched me in the stomach. Yeah,
That's one of the best lines I've ever heard.
Thanks, man.
really pretty.
Kind of made me mad. It was so good. To tell you the truth.
Sorry.
Now this song, this left a mark, left a scar for sure. I asked for two things when my mom passed a few years back. I asked for the grandfather clock in the family room and the rocking chair that sat in the kitchen for 40 years. And I had it in my garage, and I kept trying to get around to refurbishing it and finishing it off and stuff like that, and then got locked in my house for a year like we all did. And I sat in it one day, and it wrecked me. Like I sat at the wood, the way it smelled, the way it felt, the way the rockers were chewed up by the dog. Like I just saw my life in it. I saw my mom in it. I saw everything in it. And after I finished crying for about 15 minutes, I walked upstairs and wrote the first verse and chorus, and then called my favorite poet and this guy, and this one just fell out. It's called Rockin' Chair. Keep me rocking, rocking chair. Long before me you will hear. You will be when I'm gone. Little faded and you've got scars. That's what made you who you are. So just hold me in your Take me back to that kitchen floor where life was a little bit more about the love. Another God rest her soul. Time goes by and seasons change. I go back there, but I can't. So I guess I'll count on you.
rocking chair. Long before me you were here. You will be when I'm gone. Little faded and you've got scars. That's what made you who you are. So just hold me in your arms. I know it feels so far away. Know you're in a brand new place, and it feels so far away. And just like me, you miss her face. But that same blood is running through my veins. Time goes by and seasons change. I take you back there, but I can't. So I guess you count on me. Keep you rocking chair. Long before me you were here. You will be when I'm gone. Little faded and you've got scars. That's what made you who you are. So just hold me in your arms. Don't let go. Even if I ask you to, 'cause heaven knows I need this more than you. Keep me rocking chair. Long before me you were here. You will be when I'm gone. Little faded and you've got scars. That's what made you who you are. So just hold me in your arms. Sorry, I messed it up, man. That one still messes with my head a little bit when I sing it.
There's nothing to apologize there,
messes
man.
with my head, but.
When you lay your heart out there like that, you got nothing to apologize, brother. I promise you.
Yeah.
Promise you that, man. What a beautiful song. I loved it the first time I heard it.
Thank you.
And you guys just put that out?
Yeah, we just released it day after Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
She
Levi?
was my favorite.
Go find it on the internet.
On the interwebs there.
On the interwebs.
Levi, could we talk you into one more?
Oh yeah. We can.
Can we?
I think we can.
Yeah, that
I must.
I got. They're all, it's like the
You got options.
whiskey's usually the best one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best friend a song ever had, Mr. Levi Lowery over here.
That's fantastic.
Wow. No pressure. I was watching my children try to kill themselves on playground equipment.
fantastic.
And my first thought was to go stop them, but my second thought was to write this song. So,
Are you okay?
well, later that night when we picked him up from the hospital, I played this song for him, and it seemed to cheer him up. So, I like to play this song for anybody that has children or anyone that was once a child. And I know that there's a couple of you out there. When I was a kid, I'd take chances. And if I didn't, all my cousins would mock. A broken piece of plywood, it overlooked my childhood, propped up on an old cinder block. And as a child, it looked to me like 20 stories drop straight down to an untimely death. So I'd start up on the hill, I'd hit a pace that could kill, and even my bike would hold its breath. But somehow I have lost all my ambition, 'cause I know I'd never try that today. But looking way back now, between the jump and the ground, was the only time that I could ever say. But you can stand there on the ground and let your fear keep you down. You can pick up all your courage and fly. But when it comes down to the end, are you living, my friend, or just trying your best not to die? Now I got two boys that are fearless, and they scare me to death half the time. Between jumping off their beds and busting up their heads, the light sockets stuffed full of dimes. The youngest one climbed up the ladder, while the oldest one was screaming my name. I turned around just in time to see him dropping with a smile. He looked up at me, I swear I heard him saying, you can stand there on the ground and let your fear keep you down. You can pick up all your courage and fly. When it comes down to the end, are you living, my friend, or just trying your best not to die? 'Cause every day that you're given brings you closer to being taken away. So you can stand there on the ground and let your fear keep you down. You can pick up all your courage and fly. When it comes down to the end, are you living, my friend, or just try your best not to die?
Speaking from a guy who's got a 5-year-old laid up with a bum leg right
that's
now,
right.
I appreciate you playing that, brother.
Yeah, man. Don't worry, we'll dedicate that one to her.
That's right. She's doing just fine. I appreciate that, though.
That's Levi Lowery, man. I just want to say thank you to you, Claire and Brandon, for doing this.
Yes.
It's so good to see y'all.
Thanks for having us.
And just to hear music, great music, like, appreciate it a
We
lot.
just love being around you guys. So.
Yeah.
Back at you, man.
It feels so good.
Anytime you call, we'll show up. Even
Back
when
at
you
you.
don't call, we'll
Yeah,
show
we
up.
might just show up.
Say, I'm gonna echo that thank you, and then I'm gonna put you to work and have you each play another tune.
There we go. Let's
Thanks,
do it.
Claire.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brandon Robert Young, one more time.
Why do I want to scream it every time?
Me too.
Every time I want to go, Brandon Robert Young.
It's just the right thing to do, man.
It is, kinda,
yeah,
right?
It's fine.
All right. Well, thanks so much for having us, everybody, and thanks for everybody at home who's hanging out with us. And
Thank for screaming my name.
yeah,
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
Not you guys, us.
I can't help it.
If you find me knocking on your screen door, no
sorry.
ringing.
Yeah.
If you find me knocking on your screen door, ringing mercy while I'm waiting on a bit of grace. Don't look back, I lose it when you move like that. Too close is always where I'm at. I hate it for you. Run, don't walk, I know that you can read my thoughts. You know that we'd be better off. I hate it for you. You know where to find me. You know where, you know where, you know where to find me. You know where, you know where, you know where to find me. You know where, you know where, you know where. Don't look back, I lose it when you move like that. Too close is always where I'm at. And I hate it for you. Run, don't walk, I know that you can read my thoughts. And you know that we'd be better off. And I hate it for you. 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 I hate it for you.
Brandon Robert Young, ladies and gentlemen, that was beautiful, man. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Y'all make sure you check out the Morning Coffee Series. The Morning Coffee Series NFT with he and Clare Bowen. And that said, Clare, would you be so kind as to take us home?
Yeah, man. Promise it won't be opera. This song is about my horse, Elijah, and we, a few years ago, we kind of rescued each other, and I love him to death. This is Elijah in the Shadow.
Someone loved you, someone kept you, someone taught you how to dance. Came the hard times, someone left you in a field alone to chance. I had dreamed you, I had missed you in the darkest place I've been. The ones who hurt us out of weakness, let's pay them roses for their sins. Climbing ladders, little shadow, reaching out into the sun. With you, my rider, quiet healer, make us vital for to run. He tried to brand me, almost broke me, but he gave me eyes to see. We're starting over in the clover, not tied up to some thorn tree.
Folks, thank you so much for joining us tonight on another edition of Southern Rounds.
Thank you.
Make sure
Thank
you
you,
check
Dave.
out. Make sure you check out the Morning Coffee series. You can find that on both Claire and Brandon's Instagram. Make sure you check out Rockin' Chair.
Brendan
everywhere you
Robert
can
Young.
find music.
Why is it so fun to say?
Oh my goodness,
This is Clare Bowen, y'all.
that's right.
Brandon Robert Young, Levi Lowery.
Wyatt
Durett.
Durett,
Thank y'all so much.
Dave Kennedy.
For Chris,
Thank
for
you,
Ned, for Richard and Nina, for everyone behind the scenes. Once
Yes.
again, my name is Dave Kennedy. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week with Paul Overstreet, Kevin Mack, and Jacob Lyda. See you next week.
Thanks so much.